Well, hello fellow film fans, and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. And today we have some very interesting news coming out of DC and Warner Brothers that I think is interesting anyway, and that I think is definitely worth talking about. So I'm going to give you guys my opinion on this news, and if DC and Warner Brothers should go through with it, and why or why not, in my opinion. But before we get into all that, I do got to say, if you're a fan of movie talk, movie reviews, and really everything of that nature, definitely consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell down below, which will notify you anytime I have any new content coming out. But with that out of the way, let's dive right into this news. So it is being reported that the Penguin might, now take this with a grain of salt, because you should take this with a huge grain of salt. It hasn't been confirmed, anything like that, but the Penguin actually might end up being the villain for Matt Reeves' upcoming Batman movie. Now, is this a good move? Listen, I think it's an interesting move if they go this route. And it is also being reported that if the Penguin is not the villain for Matt Reeves' Batman movie, there's a possibility he could be the villain for the Birds of Prey movie coming up, which will be led by Harley Quinn. But let's talk about this Batman one first. Do I think it's a good move? Like I said, it's an interesting move. I think it's different. I don't want to see the Joker be the villain again, mainly because we've seen a lot of different incarnations of the Joker recently, and I think it's time for something fresh, especially in the Batman universe. I think you should save the Joker somewhere down the line and not throw him out there in the first movie, you know what I mean? I definitely think that would work better, but it's definitely interesting. Now, it wouldn't be my first choice, you know. My first choice would definitely be the Riddler, mainly because we haven't seen the Riddler done justice on screen, in my opinion. I think the Riddler would be a great villain, and I think they could do it in such a way where it would put Batman in the light of being the world's greatest detective and problem solver, if you know what I mean. I think that's the one thing these Batman films recently have lacked, is they have not shown Batman be the world's greatest detective. So I definitely want to see that in Matt Reeves' Batman film. But look, it's an interesting choice to have the Penguin as the villain if they go through with that. Now, again, take it with a grain of salt. It is not confirmed, but if they went through with that, it certainly is interesting, and it really depends for me on who they cast for the role. Now, there have been things saying that Andy Serkis would love to be a part of Matt Reeves' Batman movie, and I think that would be perfect. Look, I could totally see Andy Serkis being a motion capture Penguin in these Batman films, and if they did that, I would definitely be 100% on board with that, just because Andy Serkis is such a fantastic actor, and I think he could definitely make it work. So it really depends on who they cast as Penguin. I mean, if they cast somebody that really nobody knows, then no, I'm not really on board with that, because I think the Batman villain for this movie needs to really be great, and I think the way you make him great is, yes, how he's written, but you also get a great actor to play the role, and that's what I'm interested in, really. I definitely think if you were going to ask me, is the Penguin a better fit for the Batman film or the Birds of Prey film, I would say the Birds of Prey, mainly because as a comic book reader, I've never really found the Penguin, and this is just my opinion, I've never really found the Penguin as a formidable villain to go up against Batman. You know, he doesn't have the strength that Batman has, and he doesn't really have the intellect that Batman has to challenge him intellectually. He's a better side villain, a better, you know, side character, in my opinion. But if they go through with this, like I said, if you get Andy Serkis on board to do a motion capture, I am totally on board with that, and I will definitely be excited. I just want to hear more news coming out of this Batman film, but like I said, I would rather have the Penguin be in the Birds of Prey movie rather than Matt Reeves' Batman. But that's what I think about this news. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this news in the comments below. Do you guys want the Penguin as the villain for the Batman? Why or why not? And would you guys rather have the Penguin as the villain in the Batman or the Birds of Prey movie, and why or why not? I want to hear all your opinions on this. And if you guys like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up and share it on all of your friends. But with all that out of the way, thank you for watching.